Your Excellency, Ambassador Jafar Balkan, honorable members of the Grand National Assembly of Turkey, honorable members of the diplomatic corps in Ankara, distinguished representatives of public and private institutions, dear Peruvian citizens residing in Turkey, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to sincerely thank you all for your kind presence today at the residence of Peru to celebrate the anniversary of our independence and the beginning of our Republican era. On this special occasion, we are also commemorating the 75th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the Republic of Peru and the Republic of Turkey. This event, therefore, is also a celebration of the long-standing friendship between our two countries. In this regard, I would like to highlight the recent 8th meeting of the political bilateral consultation mechanisms held in Lima, as well as the visit of Congresswoman, Peruvian Congresswoman Lilian Olivos to Turkey, occasion in which she met with her counterparts in the Grand National Assembly of Turkey. I also wish to underscore the commemorative activities organized in Lima to mark the 75th anniversary of diplomatic relations, as well as those scheduled to take place in Turkey in the coming month. At the same time, I wish to thank the General Directorate of Latin America of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Turkey for its permanent collaboration with the Peruvian Embassy. Over the past year, we have deepened the relationship through closer cooperation across various fields. The volume of trade, for example, between our countries has grown by approximately 30%. Yet, we are convinced that the potential of our bilateral trade is far greater and remains to be fully explored. During the same period, the number of Turkish tourists visiting Peru increased by 33%, while Peruvian visitors to Turkey rose by 39% compared to the previous year. In the tourist sector, last year, Peru participated in the 83rd Congress of the ESCAL International Association of Tourism held in Izmir, and this year the 84th edition of this important event will take place in Cusco, our historical capital. Thanks to the efforts of our respective embassies, cultural exchange has also been enhanced. As exemplified by the successful concerts of the renowned musicians Leila Bayramoglu in Lima and in Ankara with Chano Diaz Limaco, both of which were warmly received by audiences in each country. In partnership with the Lamer Institute of Ankara University, we completed the Turkish translation and publication of Brief History of Peru. Additionally, in collaboration with the Sheraton Hotel in Ankara, we organized a special week dedicated to Peruvian cuisine, as well as a photographic exhibition on Peru's intangible cultural heritage, hosted with the support of Panora Shopping Center. I would like to make a special mention of the valuable cooperation between our nations in the protection, preservation, recovery, and restitution of cultural heritage. Last May, under the framework of a bilateral agreement signed in 2003, a 1,200 years old necklace crafted by the ancient Moche culture of Peru was located in Turkey and recovered by the Turkish Ministry for Culture to be returned to the people and the state of Peru. This act stands as one of the most tangible recent outcomes of Peruvian-Turkish friendship and cooperation. Noted, Peru remains fully committed to deepening our ties in all spheres. This year, Peru participated in the first edition of the Salón de Chocolate in Istanbul, and will also take part in the upcoming International Tourist Fair in September. There, we will showcase Peru's rich cultural and tourist offerings, rooted in the legacy of the oldest civilization of the America, enriched by Andean, European, African, Arab, and Asian influences. A diversity that is expressed most vividly in our world-renowned gastronomy. This September, we will welcome several leading Turkish companies from the food and beverage sector to Lima for the Expo Alimentaria Fair, and later in November for the International Specialty Coffee Fair in the Amazonas region. Following this ceremony, I invite you to enjoy a tasting of exceptional Peruvian coffee from that very region, presented by the company Café de los Andes. I would like to express my gratitude for the young artist Aden Jubijaxi and her parents for having accepted the invitation to offer us a sample of her great talent, performing a couple of emblematic pieces of Peruvian music. Thank you very much, Aden, for joining us in this celebration. Honorable authorities, dear friends, to conclude, allow me once again to express my heartfelt appreciation for your presence on this special day, a celebration not only of Peru's independence, but also of the enduring friendship between Peru and Turkey. Viva Turkey, viva el Peru!
I have to say, what a wonderful long list of achievements. This really shows that it was a pleasure to listen to, because it's not just quantity, it's quality. And the amount of work that's being done in this country, not just in this city, in other cities of Turkey, with your energy, with your team's energy, Peru is becoming more and more known. And however, I was a little bit afraid, because you didn't just stop with your previous accomplishments, you kept talking about the next steps. So you're going to be making us work. That I can tell. We're not going to say it was a great year, let's go rest now. You're making us work. Congratulations, Ambassador, to you and your team. Distinguished Ambassador, dear members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished guests, it's a great pleasure to be here with you on the occasion of the Independence Day of the Republic of Peru. On behalf of the Republic of Turkey, I extend my sincere congratulations to all of you. We're also celebrating the 75th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between our countries through a series of activities, as we just talked about, carried out by our respective embassies, not just here, but the long distances that separate us. Our existing ties with Latin American and the Caribbean countries have developed significantly during the last decades. We prioritize deepening these close ties. With its outstanding culture and rich resources, Peru has a unique place in our policy. The typical opening of our embassies in Lima and Ankara in 2010 marked a milestone in our relations. In this context, we made significant progress in terms of political, economic, military, parliamentary, and cultural cooperation over the years, through our will to deepen our relations with Peru, a friendly nation, and one of our most valuable partners in the Latin America and the Caribbean region. Not long ago, I was myself personally in Lima. What an honor it was to visit your country and to really be witness to the deep civilizational positive contribution to the world that your country has brought us. and I was there. We discussed various aspects of our bilateral relations thoroughly during the 8th meeting of the Political Consultations Committee to extend the momentum we have acquired in our bilateral relations with Peru, also in regional and international organizations. Accordingly, we have persistently supported Peru's application to OECD. Economic relations with Peru is a priority for us. Our bilateral trade volume last year was $575 million. Although this figure is promising, we actually have greater potential. We strongly believe that this figure can be multiplied through finalizing instruments such as the Agreement on Reciprocal Promotion and Protection of Investments and the Agreement for the Elimination of Double Taxation. Our Alps have deep-rooted histories and vibrant cultures. Therefore, I firmly believe that utilizing our cultural heritage will further the dialogue between our peoples and the prosperity. De concluir mis palabras, también me gustaría dar las gracias a usted y a su equipo. Su trabajo aquí, como he dicho antes, ha sido vital con la creación de oportunidades para profundizar los lazos entre nuestros pueblos y reforzar las asociaciones de confianza. Una vez más, quisiera felicitar a Perú en este día tan especial y transmitir mis saludos a todos los distinguidos invitados aquí presentes. Muchas gracias.
Very quiet. Thank you very much. This is